Good morning, everybody. So it's early in the morning, and I wanted to record two quick videos. The first one is, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it real, y'all, about Mr. Samuels. Something dawned on me about Mr. Kevin Samuels and what happened and how his career took off, how his show, I should say, took off in such a fashion that it did. Y'all may have heard him say recently how for the first 3 years that he was doing what he was doing, that he was talking to damn near exclusively men. All right. And somehow, some way that he could not even explain, nor did he ever try to explain, women started calling in. All right. So I've only been watching Kevin Samuels for less than the last year, y'all. Ever since he passed away, I haven't watched any of his videos or whatever the case may be. But it dawned on me something. Y'all know what actually happened? Because so many claims, I come across new videos where women are claiming that black men hate women. Y'all know what happened? Word. First of all, Kevin Samuels was a part of this thing called the manosphere, which was dedicated to the improvement of the thought process of men. All right? So what happened was once it started to take off amongst men, and men started to talk to him, and he was just as what you would call rude and abrasive, but what I would call direct with these men. And these men listened to this man and took it and took accountability for who they were. All right? And women, word got out that he was doing this. Word got out to women that he was doing this and having these conversations with men. And ladies wanted to see that. Okay? Ladies wanted to see him get in these men's asses, in their proverbial asses, by talking to them in the manner that he was talking to them. Now, what happened was, and this is what I believe happened, some woman decided to call in and try to. She looked at him like he was a man basher because that's all that was available to him. And men were calling in because, again, it was a part of a group of people who were dedicated to the betterment and the growth of black men. And the reason why is because the reason I thought about this is because I came across a couple videos where he was talking about black men and how we deserve to be at the table, how we deserve to be better than what we are, how we deserve to have on the nice clothes and eat at certain places, and we deserve to be at the table and be treated as kings and princes. So women started to hear about this man talking about men. And then they started to call in, looking to join in on the man bashing as they saw it. But it wasn't man bashing. It was it was cold hard truth. So when they started to, because what Kevin Samuels actually realized is we're not doing well to one another. And we all have our shit. Same shit that I've been preaching for 4 years, y'all. And so women started to call in thinking that they were going to join in on the bashing because that's what they wanted to do. So it's not necessarily, you know what those men were calling in to find out? How can they make themselves better in order to be better for the black women? That's why they were calling in. And he was just being real honest with them. So now, once these women started calling in, if you remember, the one that launched him was a woman who called in, and she was supposed to be voicing her grievances with him, and she decided to. This is the average at best video. She decided to ask him a question about her life, basically, I feel, wanting to point the finger and say that it's men and it's men and it's men. And then when he came off on her, the way that he came off on her, it's like that accountability thing really started to show itself because you ladies didn't like it. However, it didn't stop you from calling. Didn't stop you from calling in because you wanted that treatment just to be on screen with the guy who just blew up and went viral off of a woman. See, when he was doing it with the dudes, he wasn't going viral. He was starting to climb up the ranks and get into the 200,000 range, 300,000 views range. But then when that video came out, well over 1 million views. And you saw that as women. And you said, he went viral saying that to him. Now, he's basically a marquee name now. And I can get on camera with him. See, men had the good sense to, if they knew that it was going to hurt their feelings or make them feel a certain way, men had the good sense to stop calling. Not you. No. You didn't have that good sense. What you did was you called just to, you knew what you were going to get for the last year. You knew what you were going to get when you called, and you called. And then some ladies had their pistol cocked when they called, and they already had it in their mind that they were going to come on that platform, locked and loaded, ready to fire at him. Except he controls whether you're on it or not. So if you come on there with whatever bullshit, he would just hang up on you. Because he was never asking anyone to call. Y'all just wanted to talk to him. He became a commodity amongst you ladies. And over the last year, you would rarely see a dude call in. I've only come across maybe 2 or 3 videos where a male called in. But literally thousands of women called in knowing that they were going to get that treatment. And he became a phenomenon. And the funny thing is, you should take there's a lesson to be learned by everything. A lot of you women hated him, but you don't even see the power that you had. The power that you have to make a man great. Even the man that you hated, even the man that you did not like his message, even the man you didn't like his tone. You're the one who put him over the hump. You're the one who put him over the hump. You made him famous. You made him an icon. And y'all start trying to blame us. Y'all start saying, well, he's your savior and this, that, and the third. You made that man an icon. Just for him telling his truth to questions that you called in and asked. And he told you exactly how he felt about whatever it was that you were saying. And he told you how he saw it, and he was backing it with facts, with numbers, with statistics. He was backing what he felt with numbers. He was well studied. And y'all couldn't stand that. And the reason that you can't stand that is because there is no structure to anything that we do and how we do it now. You don't want roles, you don't want responsibilities, you don't want structure in your relationship. You just want to come, go, do what you want to do it how you want to do it. And this is not just you who wants this. This is us. We want no rules. We want no structure. Here's the thing. Roles are necessary because they create structure. They give your relationship structure, and structure gives you less stress. Organization gives you less stress. You don't have to think about it. You can just go to it. You don't have to, well, what did I do with this? Or when does this need to be paid? Or what do I have to do? Or how do I need to do it? Or when do I have to find time to do it? Structure is necessary in order to live the happiest, healthiest life that you can have. And two people can do that together. You make each other better. When you look at that in that situation where you are structured and you have roles and you are equally yoked, you make each other better. When you look at the example that I gave, you, even though you hate that man, black women, you hate that man, you made him better. You brought him to the next level. So imagine if you took your good energy and put it into that man. What could you do with that one man who wants to do everything for you, who wants to be better with you, who wants to just enjoy being around you? What could you do with that man? That's not every man. Not every man is ready for that shit. Not every man will be ready to give you that shit. But when you get someone who's willing to give you that shit, what can you do to add to him? That I am the table shit. If I got a table and you got a table, we're still hungry. You get that? That's not nourishment. What can you do with that man? You made a man you hate better. You put him over the hump. What about the man you love? What could you do if you gave him effort? Show off.